Hey, welcome back to Lamb Chop Builds. How's everyone doing today? As you can see, I'm not inside today. I'm outside. I was getting ready to do some little bit of a reveal video here for the 1957 Chrysler 300C for the Street Machine group build. This the paint job inside don't do it justice with my lighting. If I had a little bit better lighting, it would, but the sun, it just totally different. You can't see it inside how it looks outside. And I don't know that video will the do the same. So this is a good fun kit. You know, I recommend if you like building models, the AMT ERTL Chrysler 300 is a kit, goes together awesome. No fitment issues out of the box. There's some stuff I done to the kit that I caused issues that I had to move stuff around with, like narrowing the rear end. We'll talk about that later when I get inside and, camera on it, looking at it. But, beautiful, beautiful car. Easy went together nice. I can't say enough about it. And I know it's, we all like the models we build, but I've only been back in this for almost a year. Started close to a year. And it had been many years, not many, quite a few years that I hadn't built. But to get back and, my fifth model in, fourth built kit, not counting that Challenger that I started a long time ago. So 5, I think. I like where my skills are taking me. I'm not afraid to try things. And I'm I'll point out my flaws in this that I know I can improve on next time that I improved on in this kit. So with that, let's get to looking at this thing. Here we are outside with this, trying to show some of the justice of the paint and the good sunlight. Just mean looking, my opinion. The way that paint fades back here in the back, I think I did a pretty good job on that with the base. I'll be trying to find me a better way to do some of this stuff outside later. It's already picked up some specks of dust in the sky out of the air. We got low. Get underneath the front. Nothing's touching though. The exhaust almost. Let's see if we can get a good shot. That's ain't gonna happen. All in all, excellent build. But we'll be covering more on the inside. I'll go inside and do some filming for this. We'll point out some stuff I could do better next time when we do that. There's the 392 engine. Talk about that. Yeah, not bad. All right, so we're back inside. You can see the lighting is a lot different. I'm gonna keep it on this base so I know that's my field of view right here on my camera. I was able to look at that and make sure, because I'm doing something different. I picked this flooring, this fabric up the other day at Joanne Fabrics. This is going to be my flooring for my diorama, I believe, garage floor. Kind of like got the Punisher skull on there. It's nice and shiny. It's got like a wax coating on it. So I think it'll work all right for a floor, a garage floor. So this kit went together, as I said, awesome. Trying to think of where to start. We'll talk about the paint. It's a black base. I used Mr. Surfacer 1500 black. Then I was going to use the sealer, Createx sealer. It didn't spray right coming out onto a spoon, so I nixed that idea at the time and just left the black primer. And it didn't. I don't know how, if it had affected how it might look. I don't know. It looks good. The candy clear coat, or the candy, was a black, or the mixture we seen. It's a black primer from like here forward. Then I faded in the silver, Createx silver, to give it the fade paint back here in the back. Bare metal foiled, and you can see, right here, I got some spots, learning curve here, around the windshield. The headlights, I did dechrome the headlight buckets, bare metal foiled around those, painted the inside buckets silver, used Mod Podge to put the lights in, and it stayed real cloudy behind it for some reason. It didn't dry right, so I used Duraclear gloss over the lenses and painted chrome over those. Maybe not the best look, but it's what it looks like. Panel lined the grill, bare metal foil on the marker lights, painted in the lenses in their red per the instructions of the kit. It's got the antenna on here, the mirror. I did not put the rear view mirror in there. Didn't overlook it. I just didn't want to put it in there. One thing I ain't messing with that one. Bare metal foiled the handles, the trim down the sides here. Let me pull that hood off. As you can see, that is red, white, and blue paint in the 300 logo. See if I can bring it up closer. Used the tip of my brush to get that done. That's Tamiya paint. That was before clear coat. The 2K clear, ACME, Sherwin-Williams product. Show you this side. Same logo, painted the same. The bare metal foil on these, the body trim there, came out really good. I was finally learning, I think. We can see a spot here on this where it's a little cut in it. It's what it is. Used white Mod Podge to hold the emblem down. White glued the bumpers and lights in. And then some putty on the little nubs, the blue putty, to help give a little more hold to it. Because I may someday take this back apart and re-chrome the bumpers. As you can see, a mold line in here. I didn't take that out. I left that in there on both sides. So after I saw that, I was like, well, I ain't gonna glue them in tight. So they will come apart easy. The radiator and core support this morning when I was assembling this, I did have to, the hood wasn't fitting with it in correctly, I guess. So I cut it down a little on the bottom and cut the radiator down a little shorter to get it to fit in properly, and it allowed the support right here to fit properly. It wasn't fitting the other way, so I don't know what the deal was, but everything's in there now. The fans where it needs to be on the radiator. We're good. The battery is in, painted is from some pictures I seen online with the red caps. Did do silver, the aluminum on the terminals, and the wire going down here is red, and the other one is black here. And the hold downs are aluminum also, or silver. Engine painted factory colors. Excuse me, for the instructions. I did wire the spark plug wires and engines. You can see them, but they don't go nowhere. They go under the black rails here on the valve covers. It's where the wires go to on the reference photos I was able to find. On the tail light, I put body there. They came with 2 sets of tail lenses, so one has a little indent in them right here. I used some silver paint in there, the chrome paint, then the black cherry candy over top of that. Then I used Duragloss over those to kind of resemble the little purple dots you used to put in people used to put in their lights. So those are in there. Rear bumper fit nicely. Let's go to the underside here. The exhaust I did have to shorten because, as I was talking about earlier, the fit and everything was perfect. Out of the box, the leaf springs were outboard on each side, which didn't allow these tires to fit. So I had to cut them and put them inside. Then I had to wire in my shocks, and I put some solder around the shocks to resemble springs, just because I had to find a way to hold the shocks in. So I just got the solder wire holding them in. The gas tank was painted black, or left black. It was masked off to paint the black cherry underneath. These are aftermarket tires. They were chromed, the Molotow chrome that I airbrushed, and then I sprayed the candy paint over them a couple coats to give them a different look. The exhaust, I had to cut the tips off. Let me get back to that. Yeah, made these down, turned down, and drilled them out a little bit, painted black to give it some realistic look. Really, other than that, all the modifications here and here, everything else is factory OE style, I guess. The interior it's a gray interior. A little bit of detail. I think I showed it before. Not a lot, a bare metal foiled what I could inside. The ashtrays are bare metal foiled. The window cranks are bare metal foiled. The package tray was black. They left it black with put flocking over it. Resembled carpets. Painted the speaker grills chrome. There is a leather headliner I did glue in place. Looks pretty good, You ain't looking for it, you have to look for it to see it. But it's in there. It's something I wanted to do and practice. It worked. Used Mod Podge to glue in the mirrors, or the mirror and the antenna. I'm learning that it dries clear, and it's forgiving. This windshield, a little bit of polishing, and it'll be like new. I did figure a way, because after I started putting them, like, man, I'm getting this glue all over the place off my fingers. And so for some other stuff I'd done, I took a regular toothpick and some of the blue tack, because I was sitting there thinking, it'd be nice if I had a little suction cup, You know, if I can't got suction cup, why not use the fun tack? Because it works just a little similar to hold on to stuff. So that's something I'm going to learn next time. Then if we go to some of these pieces here, my paint sticks, as you can see, I got number 502 and 503 painted on these, on a couple others here. I got different numbers painted on them. Because if you got like a left and a right, and you're taking off the spray paint, you may not know which one is which. So if you mark it on your stick, you'll know which one is which. So a little lesson I learned, figured out. I think I watched someone else do it, and I can't remember who. Might have been Joe over at Model Building Corner talking about it. But somewhere along the line, I watched someone else do it, and that's what I'm going to do. I've seen it. It makes a difference. What else? What else? Good kit, good car. And on my instruction sheet, I put on here, I think I started this June 1st. My entry video was right prior to that, so I think this the Street Machine Group build was June 1st to December 31st. And I finished October 8th, 2024, the Street Machine Group build. On my Google Doc sheet I have for this, I got the recipe I used for my paint. And then, yeah, you can see the silver down in it. I've made enough. I still got enough to do probably 2 more models if I wanted to. Black cherry candy. So we'll be, not that I'll use that anytime soon, but I have it. You know, and I was able to do some touch-up paint with it. You know, painting like the inside the tail lenses. And when I got down, I ended up having to, towards the end here, I had to go back and paint that body color because I didn't have it painted correctly. What else? I didn't put the hinges on the hood. You know, I'm not going to display it with hood up. If I want to, I'm going to get me a little stand if I want to show this somewhere, and just have the hood sitting aside and show the engine off. Painted the upper hose the rubber black. It was gloss black, but I painted it over with rubber black. I did not put a lower hose in, kind of tight fitting down there. And then when I shaved the radiator down, that part came off, so didn't need it. This guy ain't driving it too much. I did not paint the wiper blade, wiper black. They're chrome all through. You know, I was going to take some black paint and trying to get into it, but I didn't. But all in all, awesome kit. The AMT ERTL 30046 57 Chrysler 300C. And the stance on this thing. And the paint outside, you know, you've seen it. The beautiful paint. I did wet sand the top, the hood, and the trunk lid area with 5,000 and 12,000. And then waxed the whole car. Tamiya 3-step all the way. Then I used what else did I use? Turtle wax polishing compound on it. I used that. Then a jet black Carnivore wax, since it's the dark paint. I didn't see the sides don't show as much as the top did with like any orange peel. Then I got the reading about orange peel. Some high-end paint jobs have a little bit of orange peel in it. It's not a bad thing. You know, so we're okay. The car turned out nice. Probably my best one to date. You know, my next one may be better than this one. So, you know, that's my goal, is to keep getting a little better every build. Better every build. That's gonna be my motto. Unless I do like a 24-hour or a 48-hour build. I know we got the 24-hour coming up in January. So I'll be finding me a kit to get in on that with. Then I know there's a 48-hour next year sometime. You know, those are for fun. You know, knock the rust off type of thing. But I enjoyed this build. I know it's don't need to be done until December 31st, but you know, I've got some more work I want to do on my USAC build, the lowrider group build, then maybe a build for myself here soon. I'm enjoying the group builds. I know some people get bogged down with them. I'm picking and choosing. You know, I know there's other group builds to get into, but if it's not something I'm 1,000% invested in, you know, no biggie. You know, I'll still support other guys that are building and watch their videos. Don't mean I have to build mine, build a video for it. You know, I missed out on a Mopar group build for the Facebook group I belong in. You know, I chose. I was going to. I had the kit and ordered stuff for it, and then changed my mind on going that route this time. I'll still build the kit later. With that, I think this reveal video is done for the 1957 Chrysler 300 C for the Street Machine group build. I think I did get I may have to get a good picture in for the how low it sits. Did I talk about? No, I did not. Oh, we're not done yet. Take the hood off. The front axle, the front end was. I did a lot of modification back here. As you can see, there's tube for an axle with two heights. I went with the lowered version. There's one that's like a stock height and a lowered version. And it looks better with how I done it. And then the rear end, I talked a little bit about this. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. When I cut it down and placed it in, you can see where the dry shaft comes out right here. Nowhere near a straight line. So I had to take the stock dry shaft here and cut it off. Took out a, I think, 67 Charger drive shaft and cut some spots and added, used a couple different drive shafts to make one that connects over. You know, it's a show rod, street machine. You ain't going 180 mile an hour with it, twisting that drive shaft around. It's a trailer queen for the car shows. A little bit of pavement pounding, but not much. Man, it sits level, no play in it. You can see a little bit of that front wheel. It's how I'd have it sitting in there. A little bit, not much. Everything touches, but you can push down on it. I was worried about the front end going together properly, and it once I popped it in, it stayed. A little bit of glue, so it was nice. So, yeah, with that, happy modeling. See you next time.